Hi, friends. It's Todd Von Deek from the Athletic Trainer Society of New Jersey, ATSNJ, as you well know it. We're continuing our fun of chatting with folks who will be sharing knowledge, sharing experiences, and yeah, that really means giving talks and leading discussions at the conference, which happens to be March 3rd and 4th in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And it's a thrill to hang out for a few minutes with Jaclyn Morrissette. How are you, friend? It's good to see you.
I'm very good. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Let's start with the fun stuff. What's going on at William Patterson where you're teaching and all that? What's new in athletic training
Um,
there?
so we actually just kicked our master's program off this summer. We've been in preparation for the master's program for about the last 4 to 5 years, with the transition that all programs had to become master's programs after their
Right.
undergrad programs were either, they decided to close or they made the transition. We decided to make the transition. So we have students that just finished their first fall. It was a very successful fall. So we're excited to see what the next semester brings. And then to start interviewing our second cohort. So we'll have our second cohort starting this summer. So it's very exciting for us at William Patterson University.
What is the thing that always surprises you about teaching or folks would be surprised about going, as you work with the students?
I think the thing that surprises me is that as especially now that we have these graduate students, is that they're a little bit more and they're kind about it. They're really good about giving feedback. And
Okay.
so that was my whole thing with students. I'm like, if you don't like the way I'm doing something, I'm totally fine with it. Don't
Yeah.
just tell me I'm not good. Just give me some examples. Let's come together. So it's really a collaborative thing. And I ask them a lot of questions. I want their feedback. And this is outside of the regular course
Sure.
evaluations. Like, I want what I can do. What can I do to make things better? Not necessarily easier,
Yeah.
but better for you. And so that's where I appreciate the feedback. And so you'd be surprised that they want to give the feedback and they're very respectful about it. No one's just like angry about anything. They understand certain sides, like, why am I doing this? Okay, well, this is the reason why. Oh, I see that now. Well, maybe this could be different or better, or what about this? And I appreciate that because, things are different from when I was a student from when they're a student. There's a lot of different things going on. So I appreciate that. And it keeps me in tune with their wants and what they need. And then, hopefully contributing to their success.
It's dangerous when education gets collaborative with the students. Cool things happen. So let's talk about the conference. It's not your first one. Why do you keep coming back?
As the community for athletic training is so small, even just nationally, but coming to the Athletic Trainer Society of New Jersey conference is like having a family reunion. It's like going into your backyard, really spending time with the people that make your organization better within your community, your immediate community. And so not only am I a part of it from on a number of committees, but I also like to contribute anything that I have as knowledge or just, I don't know, having a good time, just being there and just it's really just again about that community. And this time I'm deciding to speak about building your brand as an athletic trainer and weaving that into the student program because I feel that I can contribute to the it's not that they're adults, but the regular program. But the students, I still think I can give some valuable information. I had mentioned to you before. I feel that I enjoy the feedback from my students and taking what they want or what they learn or what I think that they should be instilling in themselves as professionals once they move on to that role. And that's what my talk is really going to be about. It's not really a newsflash type of conversation that I'm going to have with them, but it's just to remind them about the importance of figuring out who you are and building yourself off of that, and then finding the support system to continue on to graduation, first job, second job, and a lifelong athletic training career. And it's really not just about one thing, it's about multiple different things, but it does start in identifying who you are, and not even just as a student, just as a person, and realizing that that is something that you can take and build yourself up as, to build your own brand. So that's the biggest thing for me. And again, I know some of these students are still trying to figure themselves out and come into their own. And so I'm hoping this talk gives them a little bit of spark and try to figure that out for themselves. And I'm going to pull from my own experiences So that kind of hopefully will give them some triggers to figure out, okay, well, I do this. Maybe that really is who I am, and how I can kind of utilize that to be better or help myself stand out from others, like my peers, when it comes to getting a job or giving a talk or being invited to something. So that's really
Sure.
what that talk is all about.
Oh, that sounds so wonderful and awesome. And so many things that folks will be able to go, the student section will be able to go put into play. Not even the next day, they could put in the coming hours while they interact
Right.
and hang out with everybody that will be on site.
Hmm.
Jaclyn, so appreciated. And as folks know, at the end of these videos, we're dropping a bit of an Easter egg. It's that one word phrase that if you capture all of them, we're going to make Ken Cieslak, our president, pony up for a pretty cool gift that somebody's going to win. So this one,
Okay.
how about we use feedback? That seems like a theme of this chat right here. Don't forget March 3rd and 4th, ATSNJ.org. It's time to register and make sure you get there. Jaclyn, thanks again. See you in Atlantic City.
I'll see you in Atlantic City.
All right.